Has this ever happened to you? You're kind of chilling on ladder, you're on a nice win streak, and all of a sudden you parent a Charizard player, they get Charizard turn 1, you lose. You queue your next game, you play against a Solgaleo player, they get Solgaleo turn 1, you lose. You then play against a Darkrai Giratina player, like, oh, this can't be bad, they can't. No, they have Darkrai Giratina, they have every response to you every turn, you do damage to them, they PCL, you try to hide a Pokemon, they Sabrina it, and you lose. And finally, like, this can't get any worse. You play a Leafeon Flareon, and turn 1 they Leafeon, turn 2 they have the Flareon in the back, and you lose again. And all of a sudden, you're on a 4-game losing streak. You're like, what the hell do I do? This meta sucks. I am losing my job. My house has just sent me an eviction notice. What do I turn to? And you turn to who's on this screen right here. That's Oricorio. Why would you want to use Oricorio for today? I'm going to show you every Oricorio version or variant that you could consider, talk about their strengths and weaknesses, and kind of why it all kind of homogenizes. And of course, why would you want to use Oricorio? Oricorio is a matchup check. Right? Look at this matchup spread. You'll see that against Charizard, Sylveon, these are best of threes, 67% win rate, 65 against Flareon, 62 against Giratina, 83% against Solgaleo, and then, you go down and you see, like, oh, you have a 20% win rate versus Garchomp Sylveon, you have, like, a 30% win rate versus Guzzlord Nihi, and so this deck is a matchup fisher, but it's a very effective matchup fisher when you're playing the decks that you're going to most likely play into. This week, we saw a resurgence of Oricorio decks. There are many different flavors, so let me tell you which flavor best suits you. And of course, I'm just going to talk about the kind of most basic flavor. It's going to be Ori Silvally Zeraora. This one's using 1 Zera, most have 2. Some have the Ori and Zera numbers swapped. Some have both Ori, Zera, and then like maybe they drop something somewhere else. So figure out the ratios that fit for you. That was the matchup chart I kind of shown you. This deck is very, very aggro, very fast. It's very fresh. It's probably the most used Oricorio variant on ranked right now, as you can pretty much mash up fish a majority of the meta. Has pretty much everything you'd want to see in a deck, the double Gladions or Silvally, and I think that, like, if you are, already struggling, this is probably one of the more easier decks to pick up and use. This is just another variant, right? Like, again, the only things that have changed, this guy's using Double Dawn because they have 2 Zeraora. One Oricorio can be a bit risky. A lot of decks have ways to play around it, so that's going to be something that you're going to want to figure out on your own time. Of course, there exists another very popular Oricorio variant, and I guess the other thing is that this version is really good into every other Oricorio version, because Silvally is really good into every other Oricorio version. Greninja Ori is a bit different. Greninja Ori has pretty similar matchup spreads, while hosting a different play style, right? And I'm going to talk about that. If you are more like you want a kind of control, less fluid game style, it's going to be this Oricorio Greninja. The real benefits of playing this is that you get to use Cyrus, and Greninja gets to really the side where you're like kind of grabbing pieces. Your main punching piece is going to be a Giratina that needs to be set up. It's water lightning energy. Last deck was lightning energy, so it's a dual energy at play. You have a lot of consistency in draw. If you're not feeling Sylveon, you can always, of course, replace Sylveon Eevee for 2 more supporters. However, drawing cards is broken. This player opted to run Mars and Red Card. You don't necessarily have to do that, but it's always good. Especially in a meta where you're playing against so many decks that hand rip you, right? And of course, again, why am I playing a matchup fishy deck? I'm going to show you guys the run that these players went on. This guy, I think, top 4'd the Ursidae, losing 2 at the Silvally Oricorio player. But again, when the majority of your matches are EXs, it's a pretty nice road, right? Of course, their only losses were to other Oricorio players, which I think is very funny. If we hop on Bestiary, they're only, like, again, they won against every EX deck that you're expecting them to play against, while also being very positive into the other Oricorio deck lists that we will talk about today. So very, very cool to see. Like I said, I think that one of the things that set Greninja Ori apart is that it does allow itself to kind of play a game that is very unique to itself, right? It's less weak to Garchomp, for example, because you're not playing a deck that gets sniped by Garchomp as much. All these Pokemon are capable of holding their own, and of course Oricorio is immune. So I think this has a lot of potential, especially if you're running Irida, so you allow your Garchomp your Giratina to live Garchomp pings from the back. Really, really efficient. Other deck lists I kind of want to talk about, and the one that I have video footage of today is going to be this Arceus variant, right? If we go to open in deck builder, this is Arceus Tapu Koko. So let me talk about this. If you guys remember last month, I made a video on Koko Pikachu, right? That was the deck that I kind of was the first deck I was on. This is like Koko Pikachu on crack. The reason why you would want to use Arceus instead of Pikachu, Pikachu deals 150, is that this doesn't lose energy when you attach to it. So it's a 3 energy, basically deal 130, usually deal 110, because your Pokemon's going to faint and then you're going to electrical cord it. After some testing, we have decided, at least for my team building group, that we would want to drop an electrical cord to add an extra Dawn so that we can get our Arceus online more active. This deck is a little bit more proactive, right? You are not relying on the 6 Pokemon package that Silvally brings you. So this is like, you like the Silvally Oricoro, you kind of wish that, you weren't running so many Silvally cards. This is your answer. Tapu Koko basically dealing a 20 into 90, that's 110 damage. That's a lot of damage. It's pretty consistently going to get that. And then you are charging things, and of course Oricorio is there to be like, hey Charizards, hey Solgaleos, I need you to take a step back and lose the game for me. So this is really cool. This has like different matchup spread in that it is viable into other decks, like going second into Darkrai. Your 20 into 90 is a lot and pretty oppressive, and you can just keep pinging. Playing against like Silvgren, for example, right? Just one shots, like just will KO a Froakie. If there's a Froakie that turns into Greninja, you are KOing it. And I think this puts a lot of pressure into those comps that normally do give you a bit of trouble. And I think that's like really, really cool. For Tommy's run, I know he lost to Dis on basically, it was like a Mubaton flipped coin, but the matchup spread speaks for itself. He mentioned having a nice time into Sylveon Greninja, which is something that a lot of Oricorio builds do not have the best time into. And that's thanks to how strong and explosive Tapu Koko is. Another build I kind of want to talk about is Luxray Zeraora. This is a newer build. Luxray is dealing 120, which is a lot, right? That's one-shotting Greninjas, which is, again, something that these decks tend to struggle with. The power of Volkner, which means like when you anything in your discard, you attach to it. So when you're retreating a Pokemon like Ori, when you're retreating a Pokemon like Zera, Volkner is becoming more live and becoming more active. And essentially you're going to start doing 120 bolts anywhere on the board, and that's really oppressive to deal with. Of course, this deck still runs Cyrus because you're pinging a lot with Ori and Zera. I think that this is a more fun version of these type of decks where, I think that like Greninja, Ori is like very matter of fact. Silvally is very linear. This is like the middle ground, right? And I think it's really cool. This popped off in a tournament where Numatanal went top 4, which is really impressive. Boasted a really good resume. And again, why do you use these decks? You use them because there's so many EX decks. You just get a free win. Of course, its big weakness was that Garchomp Rampardos, which did end up losing to twice. By the same player. But again, this is another fun way to kind of play this comp. And finally, the last one I kind of want to talk about is still Magnezone Shiinotic. You can also do Magnezone Sylveon. I think both are good. I think that this is just another version where like Ori is just seen as a checkmate option. The deck really does revolve around Magnezone's consistent 110s and its ability to get to 160 HP due to Giant's Cape. But the one Ori is the ultimate block. Every single thing that kind of wants to destroy Ori gets owned by Magnezone and vice versa. So it's like a really cool combination. The issue with this deck is its consistency, right? You cannot use Rare Candy in this deck. You need to mag into Ton, into Zone, which is a lot of cards, and it's slow. But when it works, it works. And when you're drawing through your entire deck, you're drawing through your entire deck. Very, very fun, very skilled deck, and another way to play Oricorio. So please let me know which version of Oricorio you guys like the most. What I'm going to do now is put this gameplay to the metal, pedal to the metal. I'm going to let these cards talk. I hope that you guys enjoyed this little yap sesh, and I'll see you when I see you. Back to ranked. 2014 Pachirisu ruined it. Do I want to play this one? It kind of doesn't change anything. I'm gonna keep it in my hand. Okay, it's a Garchomp deck. I'm playing against a Garchomp deck, chat. Boom, 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 boom. The Mayans predicted the end of the world, but it was just Pachirisu. We need an Into the Jeudy verse movie. Canon event. Oh my god, I can't believe, when is the next Spider-Verse coming out? Like 2026? 2027? Joshua Abu, thank you for the follow. Well, thank you. Thank you for the follow. Now I'm going to Professor's research. Is that Arceus? Is that Arceus from the Boosk? Maybe I shouldn't have played it. Next Spider-Verse comes out in 2027? Huh? Damn. I'm gonna be like dead by the time the next Spider-Verse comes out. I'm gonna be decrepit. Coming out is hard, okay? Okay, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Why would you ever put the energy on Sylveon? Are you dumb, 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 dumb? Oh, that means you probably have freaking Rampardos in your hand, doesn't it? Huh. Naruhodo. Like meow meow, just no fighting. Meow 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 meow. Oh no, Lily! No, no, je m'appelle Lily. Is Sylveon EX's attack, or it's just a draw bot? It's just a draw bot. You're gonna draw your entire hand and it's good, cause it's a draw bot. Ba 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 ba. It's Silv Slop, exactly. It's just Silv Slop, chat. It's Silv Slop. According to my calculations, it's a Silv Slop. Lucky to be alive in the era of Silv Slop. Silv Serve. GG's. GG's. There's no way you have Guzma in this deck. There's no way you got Guzma. I checked all your cards. I checked all your cards. No, you have our partner still. Oh, that's actually fun. Charge your phone. Is balanced. Is charged enough. Arceus in this economy? Yeah. Prediction, next set will be Gen 2 and rotate all the current cards out. Bro, the game's barely been half a year. Why are we rotating at the half year mark? Freaks. The game's been out like a week. The game's been out not even 2 days. Shit, the game just came out a week ago. Does OG TCG? Yeah, of course. Rotation is already here. Just turn your phone upside down. No, the A's are the rotation, guys. Silly gooses. The A is the rotation. If this world 6 win streak in Master Ball with this deck, it works really well. Magic rotates every 3 sets. How often does rotation come? Hey Jeudy, which decks counters have a good matchup into Sylve? What deck counters or has a good matchup into Sylve? Garchomp does. Charizard looks like it does. Any deck that like looks like the Flareon stuff. What about this Koko deck? I don't know its matchup into it. We'll find out together. That guy played 2 Sylve Grens and 1, so maybe. But like, I don't know. If this world was mine. Greninja, Sylveon, Giratina, or Eevee Box. I like Eevee Box, it's more fun. If you had one Oricorio, what would you sub it out for this deck? I would sub out most of the cards and just play Silvally Ori with one of the guy. Bro's about to flop. Anyway, let me Plasma Hurricane! I stole your Zard Sylve deck. This shit is crazy, right? You're supposed to keep the Froakie alive. You're supposed to keep the Froakie alive. Good. Yes, yes, yes. Ice cream, so good. Gang, gang. What starter are you picking? Legend Zaza. Why is Arceus there? That's Oomphy, bro. Why has Arceus there? That's like my best friend. That's like, you know, that's gang for real. Okay, how the freak do I win this? Deal 90, draw Sylveon. Reconduce. How the hell do I win this? That's his grandpa's deck, and it has no pathetic cards! They have 5 cards. They definitely have Cyrus, right? So I shouldn't play this Arceus. Because then they're just going to Cyrus me, right? But if they don't? Because, I mean, the game is won if I draw Cyrus. Question mark? And, like... let them burn 1. I'm down for them burning 1. Le Sarifim Mencini. Oh, turned off my light. Old ice. Well, we'll see what happens. I can rap out and just go crazy. Bow, 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 bow. Is that the Zodiac's follow? I'm gonna make my grandkids play this game. Okay, so yeah, chat, we need clean up and aisle my pants. Okay, they burned 1 Cyrus. They burned 1 Cyrus. That's exactly what I needed. Now I need the goat. I need the goat. 12 cards versus freaking 4 cards in hand, right? Like, it's actually insane. Oh, the goat! The goat! Oh my god, the goat! The goat! Go in there, totin'? But I'm chilling Zodiacs. I'm just playing rank. My deck does contain the unstoppable Sarino Gabagino. I'm on a 3-win streak with this deck? Inspirational, bro. Didn't you just play JL like 2 matches ago? Yeah. I already hit top 100 Eevee. I can't make that the title. Also, Serena, when you're in top 100, you start playing the same people. That's why I tell people that we play in different games. Like, we're literally playing a different game. And it's like not like derogatory we're playing a different game, but like we are literally playing a different game. The people I play versus and the people that you guys play versus are different. And like, this isn't like a cocky thing. It's just that there is like elo based matchmaking, and the people I play tend to be more homogenized, right? So like I keep playing the same person. I've noticed that in top 2000. Yes, that's a real thing. This isn't just like a glaze-a-thon. It's just real. I didn't even try Coco. I got it. Yo, end your turn. End your turn. End your turn. End your turn right now. Oh, baby. Oh, baby. If you're playing the same players, I mean, you also notice their decks, not just their habits and plays, but their decks, right? You'll notice their decks and you can make more counters more specific, right? Like this, like I want to make a more specific counter for all of the Charizard players in top 100. And that's why I'm using this deck. However, you'll notice that I haven't played a single Charizard player in top 100. So it's pissing me off. I feel like we're top 100 again. Of course we are, but like boom, 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 boom. Am I playing the same guy? Please tell me I'm playing the same guy. Please tell me new video title. I just beat the same guy 3 times. No way. And they've started Eevee all 3 times. They've started Eevee all 3 times. I actually feel bad. They've started Eevee all 3 times. That's like actually messed up. Holy shit. What is this video even gonna be? I beat the same person 3 times to make top 100? I know who I am. I never live. I think of you as you more than I can too. Jeudy Pulley's a paid actor. And like here's the thing. I don't even think this is a good matchup. I think like they are advantaged. Yet I'm scamming them out. Like they definitely have the advantage. But I keep scamming them. Here I was watching you. The way I tell you. Like they shouldn't be losing like this, but they are. It's so sad. Okay, I might be losing this one though. Which is like good, I feel bad. Like low key, I feel bad. So they deserve this one. They deserve this one. I also lost this because I didn't attach the thingy. I don't think I could beat this without Arceus. Why not Sabrina there? Because like they had 2, so it didn't matter. Because they had 2, it didn't matter. It's 4-1. We won 4 in a row. We just played the same guy 3 times in a row. So we're gonna take a small, let them queue. Cause like I keep playing the same guy, and it's not a good matchup. This is probably this next best start is starting Koko. How many points do you think top 1K will end up? Oh, do you think top 1? I don't know, man. 20 million, at least 10,000. I'm gonna need them to be at least 10,000. I'm playing a game with someone that has a use red card equals noob. They're so real for that. I'm gonna research first, because I want the most odds of seeing Zeraora. And I've seen 2 Zeraoras. Zeraora. They need 250 points a day. That makes sense. I just hope that he's like making content or something with like this. Cause that's like just a little too many games. It's like kind of a concern. You know what I'm saying? Like I think I'm like worried. Bro, what do you mean? You just drew your entire deck, bro. Like, stop. After all that? What the fuck? What the fuck? Zardex are conceding to Null and Ramp. That makes sense. This is like the best Mars I can do. And like this is still like it can be a driving force, but also did it just Mars me to 2? Just bum. I just battled you the previous battle. I was the Darktina. GG's. I started Arceus. It was pretty sad. But how's your rank climb going? But yeah, the top JP player literally streamed 16. Okay, that's good. Like, I want them to stream that much. Like, don't get me wrong, I hope that they're streaming. Cause I think that like that's like really not good if they're not streaming. Like if they're not streaming and they're like, you know, just playing all day, that's like an opportunity that just is like going away, right? Yeah. You can't be good at this game and oh, Kylie, you're gonna make me blush. I played against someone named Dark Tina. Young you. GG's.